It's not an exaggeration. I vibe coded this about, well, not even a week ago. Created an application that you can use for free in your web browser that beats darn near every alternative in terms of complexity of output and also simplicity of input. And I know there are many ways to turn your handwriting into a font. I've been doing it for years, and Lord knows a lot of the software is very esoteric. Not fun to use, certainly. Most of it out there. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that, for a lot of people, it can be a little complex, and or potentially gated behind a paywall. And I just decided, well, I used to have my own handwriting font. I could probably find it, somewhere in my archives. And I used a font creator and an app. But no, sorry, back then it was just software, desktop software on Windows, like Windows XP days. That's how old it was. I'm trying to find screenshots of it. I may end up going to my hard drives, old hard drives, archives, to pull them out. But effectively, I turned all that power into an app that runs in the web browser, and that's it. Like, it doesn't run on a server. Obviously, the web page gets served up, but all the processing from beginning to end, from you loading your image, I don't know what you're doing. I see someone visits the website, right? I got Google Analytics, I got Web Analytics, but it's completely private. It's completely, I'm cut off. All I'm doing is serving the script. All I've done is compiled the script, and I've got like I'm seeing like edits that I need to make here because I don't like how a lot of this is turning out. I mean, some layout tweaks, small stuff, not like the pipeline. The pipeline is mostly working, but if you want like details, like under the hood stuff, I got them here. They're absolutely here, and you can dig in deep. I actually created more of an infographic to explain it. 500 glyphs per font, 3 variants per letter, so you can get like contextual alternates. And I'll demonstrate that here in a second. 7 right now, color modes. So it supports color font. Exports 4 different in 4 different ways. Hang on, that's the old. I need to save the new one because I didn't like some of the aspect of the design of this. Either way, there's your contextual alternates, auto ligatures, smart kerning, full character set, height normalization, smoothing control. So I give you all the knobs and dials that you might need. And I'm going to demo it here in a second. But the key is it's a full character set, like expanded characters. You don't have to enter in every one of the expanded characters, like the A with the umlaut over it. It's auto-generated from the glyphs that you already input. We just like remix periods, or we remix asterisks or slashes, and end up like double, tripling your count, like without much of a lift. It's just putting it into the pipeline. These are the color modes right now. Color output. It's all the nerd stuff is here for people who love nerd stuff about fonts. I'm building other apps where you could use your handwriting font. I'll demo one of them because I've got one of them done. There's a comparison of some other ones that are out there. This doesn't necessarily mean it's competition, just means it's an alternate. In fact, I'm going to be reaching out to the Glyphr Studio because I think their tool is complementary to this tool because they've got a full-fledged font editing, like true like font editor in the browser. And I also believe it runs locally. And there's many reasons to run something like this locally, right? One of the reasons is privacy, security, not dealing with storage. You're handing it off. You're saying, dude, you do whatever you want. Like it's up to you. So I've got information there. I even have a change log that I'm going to have to go and update again today because I've added a few more things, beyond just this morning, just the bigger things. And just in case you've done this, but you've used it before, you should always come back because like I may have updated it and added more outputs. Save your templates. So you print the template, fill in every box, and then drop the file in the drop zone below. It's easy to do. In fact, let me just drag it in, drop it. There's my template. This is my lowercase template. Normally I write in all caps, but I'll just do this for the sake of argument. And this up here, right here, that's my lowercase handwriting. I've never liked lowercase handwriting though. I've always been an all caps guy. But just so that I don't confuse people, I'm going to show you 2 different ways, right? There's several different ways. There are 3 rows, and this is all vibe coded. Like I worked with Claude if you will, to build this, to build the ultimate free, privacy-aware, no logins, no payment, gateways, font builder. I mean, it's just incredible. It took off. Featured like at the top of Hacker News, the subreddits where I've seen it shared, they're loving it. So it's a legitimate tool. That's one template. I've got 2 rows filled, a capital and a lowercase. But I also have another template, which I now can't find. Where's my other template? It's gonna make a liar out of me. Hang on. Template. Really? There's no. Where the? Okay. I wonder if I didn't. I was gonna show. Okay. Well, anyway, I've got the completed lowercase stuff at least. I don't know what. Oh, is it under that one? No. I must have accidentally. Oh boy. Anyway, glad I got this one. So there's the template. Once you've got it uploaded, you basically press the button. You've got the 4 registration marks. Press the button, and then you verify that all the glyphs align. You fill out all 3 rows, and there's a reason for that. And this is what I was hopefully going to better demonstrate, but I don't think I have the I've got a busy desktop right now because that 3rd row doesn't get filled out. I'd show you someone else's handwriting, but I don't own the rights to it, so I don't want to do that. That would not be a good thing. Because again, I was troubleshooting with their permission, troubleshooing some of the issues that we were running into, or that they were running into specifically. So yeah, that's the thing. I'll try to dig up the template here in a bit. So you continue. Trust me, you'd be done by the time I'm demoing this. You enter in the name you want to call your font. You give it your name. It's your copyright, not mine. And then you define, well, how'd you use the rows? So the row 1, did you use uppercase or lowercase? Well, I used uppercase. Row 2, uppercase, lowercase, or blank. Well, in this case, I used lowercase. And row 3 is blank. So it knew that it was blank, so it just auto-populated blank. If you want to get into descenders, like your lowercase j's, g's, q's, you can define them here, and you can even define your own. Like, if you have a big G that needs to be lowered, it's treated as one of the uppercase depths that you can independently adjust. So you can adjust lowercase depth and uppercase depth independent of one another. I think the one I have I may have to go in and adjust this as well. You can clean up stray marks just in case in the preview you saw a little, like some crud that you want to get rid of. You can do that. If you want to normalize or even out the letter sizes, you can do that. You can do a little more outline smoothing. If you want, it could go smoother. It may take a little longer to process, but if you're not liking what you see, you can always adjust. You can go back and adjust, and it's really easy. You can turn on ligatures or connections. You're going to have no letter connections. There's the default pairs are in here. Capitals, lowercase, some punctuation, because that works really well for handwriting, getting those kinds of variations. You can adjust kerning. This is automatic. Normal is set to be kind of an average, and then you output your font. You choose either a standard font, so that's got up to 500 characters, including most extended characters like smart quotes, fractions, etc., automatically generated. You can turn that off if you want. Most accented characters for like European languages, so you can toggle either one of those. You can choose just a single color font. So like you want the color fonts. Okay, how do I explain this? Color fonts are the colors baked into the font. Like it's not a something where you just highlight and then change the color. No, the color is literally baked into the font, so you can do really cool stuff. But for that, I may actually rework this UX too. I may end up putting single color font. Oh, I see what it's doing. Never mind, I'm not going to do that. So I can change the font color to like fuchsia, right? And so create and download the font. Now, when you do color processing, it may take a little while longer because it's got to crunch a few more things, but it's all processing right here in my browser. That's the font. That's not the color is baked into the font. And you see here that 0, it's kind of like flying above. So I want to go back up here and I want to adjust and I want to add 0 to the letters. Now, so I scroll back, but what happened to my preview? Well, it's got to regenerate the font, ready to download, right? So I regenerate the font. I've adjusted that 0. So hopefully that 0 will have descended according to the depth that I've set. It didn't. It did, but it didn't really enough. In fact, that reminds me of a bug. I need an independent numerical descender option. Okay, I'm just chicken scratching right now. But then when you're done, you can see it without ligatures or with ligatures, and you see how spacing kind of adjusts just ever so slightly. And again, it depends on how you wrote it in your script, right? And I don't mean like a programming script, like your manuscript. Is that the correct term? And then you can try it for yourself. Like, hey, I'm doing my best, but I'm really tired because this has been consuming my life for the past week. Okay, whack. I can't even say it. And then you agree. You basically, it's not a contract, but you basically say, yeah, okay, I agree. I'm going to hold you not responsible. I have all the rights to use this. I'm blah, 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 blah. You have to check that box. You cannot download it until you've checked that box. And then you can download TTF, OTF, WAF2, Base 64, all the options. You can choose to start over if you want, but that's it. And then you've downloaded a file. You've made a file. You created a font file that you can install anywhere that you can use fonts. It's that simple. I mean, seriously, it does not get any easier than that in any way. And I've seen a lot of the font options out there, and I mean, they're solid for sure, but I know a lot of people still search for easy and free ways of downloading their and creating their font, and it just doesn't necessarily exist, at least right now. Give me a second. I'm looking for that file, and I don't know. Damn, I do not know what the hell happened to it. That's crazy. Anyway, so I made this. It's available for everybody. Single page HTML. You can start it over, and then as soon as you hit refresh, then it'll reload and everything. I see a few bugs that I need to fix, mostly visual. So it should be relatively straightforward. That's what I'm going to be doing in tonight's stream, and bringing in a couple other people now that I've demonstrated this big thing. And trust me, it was a very big thing. This took off like a bat out of hell compared to like all my other stuff. Like they're dwarfed by comparison. Like, and I've done some fun stuff recently for sure, including the pin toy, where you played with those toys, the pins that move, right? That was a fun visualization that I made. It's kind of fun. That was an interesting one. And then I did where is it? These are the newer ones. There it is. A skeuomorphic pocket calculator that works. Like you can type in numbers and calculate and stuff. That was fun. And then the other highlight, my favorite, Paper Jam, where it's a dot matrix printer. And you can edit things like RSS or you can upload an image and it turns into ASCII art. I also want to do a banner, and so it's like printing a banner ASCII art, because you can also export the image, and then you can have an exported image printed out in ASCII art of a banner. Oh man, I just love this stuff. Anyway, so FontCrafter is there. I hope to be able to make more of these apps that also take advantage of these fonts, including Quote Card that is uploaded. I haven't got it fully integrated in the arcade, but I'm working on it. What this does is, give me a second. Let me go back to the file editor. There we go. So if I drag and drop my own font in here, I can use my own font on quote cards, and then export either individual things, that make it easier to make a Facebook post or Twitter. These are formatted specifically like squares. They're formatted specifically for social media when you want to make quotes. And then you can shuffle to get like a remix of the design. You can tweak every aspect of the design, different patterns, backgrounds, etc. You can change your type, the weight if the font has that information, the layout. Like I said, you could use shuffle. Everything changes. Everything's in sync. Change the quote if you want. Go with something custom. Or you can clear that out and use the other fonts. There's the link to FontCrafter.net, of course, because that's where you'd make your own fonts. So the beautiful thing about that is you can post your own quotes in social media with your own handwriting. Like it just doesn't get any better than that. You can choose different effects like shadow or outline. It's pretty powerful. Like in terms of what this simple app is and what it does. But when it comes to downloading, there's the share button. You can copy it to the clipboard and then paste it somewhere. Download just that PNG, JPEG, PDF, or PDF, yes, all the platforms. So you can make one quote and optimize it for all the platforms. So here's the Facebook one. Here's the Instagram one. Here's this one. Done. Point, click, done. No registration, no logins, no paywalls, nothing like that. So I'm going to be creating other apps, and I might get into this tonight, that basically do the same thing with your handwriting font. Now that you've got, okay, Chris, I made my handwriting font. What do I do with it? Well, that's one thing. That's one thing that you can do with it. So I've got other simple app ideas that people might want to use their handwriting for. That's just one. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. I do read comments all the time. Thank you for asking. I should have made macOS. I tell you what, I think macOS was vibe coded. That's not an exaggeration. Anyway, if you have any questions about FontCrafter, let me know. I see I've got a few bugs to kind of address. Every time I use it, I'm just like, I need to address this bug. And now I'm disappointed because I can't find my caps. I've got my caps font, but I can't find the completed lowercase or the completed that I was looking for. But okay, I'll find it. It can't be. No, it's completed. There, I found it. Where the hell is it? Oh, I found it. So you can drag and drop dynamically into the app. You should be able. Oh, this file isn't an image. What is it? What the hell is it then? Pixelmator Pro. Oh, it's a sidecar document. So it's a backup. Nice. So I can basically recover it. Oh, that's wonderful. Save it out as, thank God for sidecar. The completed uppercase template. So now I have it saved. Thank God. Oh my God, that was crazy. There. So I'm not making a liar out of me. There, I dynamically changed it. I can verify all the glyphs. 333. Continue with all the characters. Change your handwriting. It's all in uppercase, so I gotta set those. I can let the letters hang below the line. I think I've got a default, like, I thought I had one that I was using for this. I may have to like redo it in my drop downs, right? I'm not gonna fiddle with that right now. You can choose if you did a smaller uppercase font, you can choose, instead of using it as lowercase, you can choose it as your lowercase size, effectively using row 2 as lowercase, even if it was in all caps, because that was a use case from somebody. I don't need to worry about cleaning up stray marks. You choose connection, spacing, output. Let me choose a different color font just to better demonstrate what color fonts can do. This is wrapped in the font. So there's the rainbow handwriting. Watch what happens. It's going to take a little while to process because it's processing a lot of information in this font that you can use everywhere once it's installed, including on phones, by the way. So it's generating the color font. Give it a second. My browser may time out because it's like, yeah, there we go. So it's going to crunch, but it's still working. Tell it to wait. As I said, that's it. This font, that's not a CSS trick. This right here, what you see, is not CSS. That is the literal actual font that I generated dynamically off of my handwriting using color font support. That's what a color font can do. You can go in, I could take this, install it on the Mac, open up the Mac. Screw it, I'm going to show you. Well, I can't easily show you because I don't want to share pages. I could basically run that font. It would look like I wouldn't need to reformat anything. That color information is in the font. So color fonts are a big freaking deal. And the fact that this free app supports it is crazy. And I've got more ideas. I'm not short of ideas. I'm short on time. That's why I'm tired. So anyway, that's why, you know, when people say, oh, vibe coding is worthless. You sure about that? You sure about that? Because I got pretty far in less than a week. And I've got other ideas coming down the pike. In fact, I've got the killer. Just you wait. I've got an idea that you're going to see it. it's not a stupid idea. I'll just say that. That's one of the next things that I hope to be staging, but it's not going to be as simple as a web page. But I've been setting the groundwork to do something greater than that. But anyway, that's what I've been busy with. Let me go ahead and bring Matt in, Pixel, remove the screen share, bring in my share. Yeah, sorry that was long and rambly, but yeah, that was my life. Oh, is Matt having internet problems again?
No, I'm here.
Time to bring you in. Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, so I did it all caps. I did process everything. It's just crazy. It's text. Like, it's not. It's just, it blows me away what I'm able to do. This isn't just farting around. This is a serious application. Like, this goes toe to toe with big companies that are far better, funded than I am as this, itsy bitsy bootstrapper. Anyway, yeah. So yay me. So did you catch all that, Pixel? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could hear me for a minute there.
No, I can hear you now. But this is what I'm doing. Oh, you got a TV?
Yeah.
What's that?
So I made a CRT that plays old 90s shows.
So what does it play?
Just old 90s TV shows.
Oh my god. Can I fork this?
Yeah.
And by the way, did you see my VHS one? Did I send you my VHS one?
I don't think I saw that. But there is one thing. There's one limitation on this. For some reason, it goes against the browser policy or whatever.
Oh,
but
cores.
Every time
cores.
you change the channel, you actually have to go over here. You have to go here and change the volume to up. It sucks.
Yeah, it's probably a safety thing. But there's my VHS tape maker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and you can move it around. You can eject the cassette. You can stack a library of all these cassette tapes. You can line them up side by side. You can create your own. You can take a screenshot. You can animate them. So
there you go.
Swivel around on this view. It's just a very skeuomorphic-ish app. What the hell are you doing, dude? Sorry, I got my dog on my lap. But yeah, this was. So I've gotta like that's a given. I gotta be able to figure that. I gotta figure that one out. That's great.